GOP conference chair and New York Congresswoman Elise Stefanik joins us now to react. Good morning to you, Congresswoman.
Good morning.
Good morning. What do you think about last night? What can we expect tonight?
It was a unifying event. You know, I've been a part of many conventions over the years, and this is the most unified and excited I think the Republican Party and the American people have ever been. I had the opportunity to sit with the president in the president's box 2 nights ago, and it was just extraordinary seeing him and what a welcome he got on the first day of the convention. I thought J.D. Vance did a tremendous job introducing himself to the American people. It's going to be a very strong ticket, and I was honored to speak 2 days ago about how we are working to make America safe again, how we're working to make America strong again, and of course the highlight and the culmination will be President Trump tonight. And I had the opportunity to speak with him the Sunday morning after the assassination attempt, where he talked about how he was rewriting his speech and is focused on unifying the American people. So a real historic opportunity.
Yeah, when you look at the two conventions, and the Democrat convention has not happened yet, it's a few weeks away, but it's a study in contrast, because we knew as much as a year ago that the whole Democratic playbook was going to be the Republicans are in chaos and let's just watch the chaos unfold and the American people will gag on that. As it turns out now, it's the Democrat Party that is in chaos, and it is the Biden family, it sounds like, that is saying to Joe, you can't go. We need you in the White House. We believe you. He's not listening to anybody else. But last night, here at the RNC, it was all about family in a way we hadn't heard Donald Trump described, and we've never seen a vice presidential candidate with the kind of history that J.D. Vance has.
Yes, absolutely. And I think another highlight last night was hearing from one of President Trump's grandchildren, Kai Trump, which was a surprise speaker. She did a tremendous job talking about this person and this grandfather that President Trump is that so often gets lost in the mainstream media. But you're exactly right, Steve, where there's chaos, disarray, free fall in the Democrat Party, where you have Schumer and Pelosi meeting privately with Joe Biden, talking about how it's a problem for the House and the Senate versus the unity we have with Republicans. It's a stark contrast for the American people to see.
So part of the chaos is some of the leadership when it comes to the Secret Service director. We still aren't getting answers. There's inconsistencies. There's flat out lies. There's training policies that are clearly flawed going on. You're assigning people that aren't even in height difference for the president of the United States. What can you tell us about the investigation, and how soon will we get answers?
So, number one, the American people deserve answers. The president deserves answers. But it's really about transparency and accountability for the American people. I've called for the resignation of the director of the Secret Service. She has not been fulsome in providing 100% transparency. We had to subpoena her to appear before Congress. We shouldn't have to subpoena. They should be voluntarily providing absolute details as to what went wrong so that it never happens again. This was an assassination attempt on a former president and the candidate who is likely to be the next president of the United States. There were so many security flaws. She will comply with the subpoena and testify on Monday in front of the House Oversight Committee, and they will have to answer some very, very tough questions, and they better come with details, because otherwise it's unacceptable to the American people.
What happens if she doesn't resign, though? What will Congress do if she doesn't resign?
Well, we are going to continue to focus on using every tool we have to deliver accountability. Again, we appropriate, we fund these organizations. We have oversight over these agencies, and it is unacceptable. It is clear. Anyone that watches those videos and looks at more information coming out, so many security lapses, so many security flaws, clearly a lack of communication, pointing fingers. But the buck stops with the head of the Secret Service.
She got to go.
But you know, you've been to a million of those hearings, and you know what's going to happen. You're going to ask her a really good question, and she's going to say, you know, Congresswoman, it's an open investigation, and I'm not at liberty at this point in the investigation to reveal that data.
We have heard that from years, for the FBI, from DHS, from so many of these agencies. At this moment, when you have an assassination attempt, that is not good enough. We need transparency now. The American people need to see that now. When you have such heightened threats for President Trump specifically, and an assassination attempt, I mean, we're talking about assassination attempt 1 inch away from a very, very tragic day. And Ainsley, you made the point. A 50-year-old American hero died. A family is mourning the loss of their loved one, a dad, a husband, where his kids saw him die.
When you work for the American people, I just don't understand why She didn't on Monday say, I am so sorry this happened. Let's figure out why and let's fix these problems within our agency. And to not speak makes it look so much worse.
Not only did she not speak, she said, I'm not resigning, and she pointed fingers at the local police department. When you're a leader in these positions, you take accountability. The buck stops with you. She is unfit to be in that position. Again, they better come with detailed answers.
Yep.
If they say what you said, Steve, that, it's an open investigation.
Yeah, they will.
It is unacceptable.
They got to go.
All right.
Got to go. Thanks so much, Congresswoman.
Thanks, Congresswoman.
Thank you.